How's everyone doing? Back for some more Diablo. And, oh, before we start, I want to show this nice weapon I found off of Travancore, which I didn't even like realize this was something that we could potentially use for this guy, which is this Heaven's Light Mighty Scepter. I didn't even, like, when I was looking at items, I was talking about Stormlash and whatever. I didn't even cross my mind that this could be something that was usable, but it is pretty good because it comes with 2 sockets, and it innately has negative 33 to the target's defense, and so I just put 2 Eth runes in it because they're pretty cheap as shit. And they also increase target's defense, so now the negative target defense on this thing is 83. As you compare this with the Razor's Edge, the damage is actually even better than this. This might attack faster though, but I think with all the items I have on, it should still be the last frame. And the stat requirements is actually a little bit less too. It's almost the same though. The only thing that this loses is the insane 50% chance to deadly strike on this, which is important. But I mean, we're gonna have 60% deadly strike with this build anyway, so it's not like we need to make it maxed. And then plus this adds crushing blow, so this deadly strike is more useful against more targets than crushing blow, but crushing blow is still good. And then it also adds the 3 Paladin skills, which is just nice because that's boosting Fanaticism, Zeal, Holy Shield, you know. So it's useful. It's nice. It's a good weapon. It's funny how I didn't even like register this as a thing you could possibly use as a nice weapon. So we'll be using this. And it's level 61, which is nice. So yeah, I mean, I'm 11 levels away from that, but you know, it's not that far away. All right, well, anyway, let's go charge into the Frigid Highlands, or this isn't the Frigid Highlands. This is the what is this place called? Bloody Foothills. Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered. Oh my god, I never got keys. Yeah, but so that was a nice find off of Travancore. I was when it dropped, I wasn't even like thinking. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really, doesn't really have any value, but it has value to me. But when it dropped, I wasn't even like, I was just like, oh, here's some crappy unique scepter. It's like, oh wow, this is actually perfect for my paladin. And the fact that it comes with 2 sockets is huge, so you don't have to waste a socket quest on a shitty item like that. And it has a 2nd socket. I was thinking of some other things you could do with it. Like I was like, I could put an Eth rune in it and a perfect skull. And if you were to do that, you would need to have a mana leech ring. But then I like was calculating, and I was like, well, what other ring would you put there? Because there's not really any other ring that's kind of useful. Because like, what, another Ravenfrost for more attack rating? It's like, well, if I'm doing that, you might as well just put another Eth rune in for the minus target defense, because it's doing the same thing. I guess you could put like a Dwarf Star or something for fire absorb and health. The best ring to put in there would be a BK ring. You could do that. You could have done Eth rune and a BK ring. Yeah, you could have did an Eth rune and a Peace Skull in the weapon, and that gives you your mana leech and minus target defense, which is useful. And then you could have put a BK ring as your 2nd ring, which gives life leech and 1 to all skills. But I don't have a BK ring, and I don't want to spend, and because BK rings they're a little too expensive to be for like they're not expensive, but they're too expensive to be using on just kind of a character just to play through the game with, because they're like a BK ring is between like, well, at least it was a few weeks ago. It was between a BK ring was like between like 25 and 45 forum gold. So that's roughly what, 2 goals and a lem ish. And it's like that's there's too many resources to be using on a character that's not really. That's a real. I'm just playing the. I'm just for right now. I'm just playing through the game with him, and he doesn't need that. So it's like, so even if, because I was thinking to myself, because like a BK, I did find a BK ring off of Trav not too long ago that I sold for, I think it was a 4% life leech one, so I think I sold it for like 35 forum gold or 40 forum gold or something like that. But the point is that I think this is fine to put into here. Yeah. Oh, but so I was saying, even if another BK ring dropped for me, I feel like I would still I just want to sell it because it's just not something that, you know, I really care about having on my character. Oh, it also adds life. I forgot about that when I was saying its positives. Life leech, life, and 1 all skills. So that would be that's probably the best combo, but I don't know, having the two Eth runes and having the minus 80% target defense is really fucking good. I don't know exactly how well the minus target defense works on bosses. I know the flat ignore target defense mod does not work on bosses. The one that's just no percentage, it just ignores target defense. That doesn't work on bosses. But I'm pretty sure the minus target defense does work on bosses. I don't know how effective it is though. It's probably like, you know, the potency of it is probably reduced by like 50% or something. I'm not sure. And then I was also mathing out some of the skill points, how I want to arrange this character, and I think what I'm going to do, which I suppose doesn't really matter that much because he'd probably have to be, if I was going to make him a PvP character, I'd probably have to respec him anyway, just because his stat distribution's a little weird, because if he's going to be using, you know, if he's going to be using an Enigma and an Annihilus and a Paladin Torch or whatever, his stat distribution is going to be completely different because I have so many points. I'm going to have so many points in this strength right now that that I'm not going to need if I make him a PvP character. So realistically, try to make him, you know, trying to stat him perfectly. I mean, or put in the appropriate skill points in the correct skills. It's probably moot anyway because he'll be respect when the time comes. So I mean, what my plan is for him, I think is going to be, because I still want him, even if he's going to be a PvP character, which I don't even know if that's going to be a thing, but if he is, I still want to have some ability to zeal, because I still like sometimes, once in a while, just, you know, going into the River of Flame or whatever and just killing shit with the Zealot, because I just like the gameplay. So I still want to have that exist on a character, even if that does take away from his PvP ability. But so, oh, that's an Eth rune. Even if that takes away from his PvP ability, I still want to have that. So the build that I kind of laid out for myself was I would put 20 points into Sacrifice, 20 points into Smite, 20 points into Fanaticism, 20 points into Holy Shield, and then whatever's left would go into Zeal. Then that way, you still have a pretty strong Zeal attack, but you also have, he just died in like 2 hits. But that way you also have a strong...
Is free of your kind.
You have the mega defense bonus from maxing Holy Shield, the max smite damage, and obviously, of course, you just max fanaticism no matter what on a melee paladin. But of course, the downside is like a pure smiter for PvP. You'd put 20 points into Defiance so that your Holy Shield defense would be even higher, which is just useful against, you know, Whirlwind Barbs or Boazons or whoever, or Whirlwind Assassins. I'm not actually sure if you're supposed to do that, because you might want to put into charge at that point. I don't know exactly, like a pure PvP smiter, exactly what is the preferred build, because I know there's also some that this is deviating from the pure smiter build, but what people also do is they will put points into like Fists of the Heaven and Conviction, like maybe 1 point in Conviction, and then, you know, they'll pour like extra points into Holy Fist of the Heavens, so that way you can have some, you know, ranged attack for ping damage, so that you kind of keep the opponent honest, I suppose you can say, so that way they don't continue to just run from you all the time. So if you keep on pinging them with Fist of the Heavens, they'll eventually want to engage. Alright, well, that's one set of barbarians. But anyway, I don't really want to go that route because the whole point of this character was just to have a smiter, a PVM smiter. I mean, sorry, not PVM smiter. A PVM zealot was the whole point of this character, and so I don't want to lose sight of that because I'm going to make him a PvP smiter. But I still want to have the zealot for PVM. That was the whole point of this character. So because I don't want to lose sight of that, I want to have him have some points into Zeal or Sacrifice, so that his Zeal is powerful. So, yeah. But I think he should still be good enough. Because I mean, we're talking whenever I'm talking about PvP, I'm not talking about like ultra super backflip, you know, try hard 1v1 PvP with, you know, I'm playing against a Wind Druid now, so now I have to switch out my character's gear and put on 50% damage reduction, and then, and now in, you know, 10 minutes from now I'll be playing against a 1v1 against a Blizzard Sork, so now I gotta take off all my damage reduction gear and put on all this cold resist gear. I don't like PvPing like that. I like just doing like pub free-for-all PvP, where you just put on, you know, a general well-rounded gear that's well-rounded for every situation, or close to every situation. I don't take anything off and you just sit out in the Bloodmoor and you kill people. That's what I like. I don't like fucking flipping around gear depending on what I'm fighting against. Like that's not fun to me, doing all this gear management. Now obviously I understand if, like, because some people, there's, you know, some people host like Diablo 2 PvP tournaments, and of course in that circumstance, yes, obviously it makes sense to, you know, you change your gear to depending on what you're fighting. But I do not plan ever to be playing in a PvP tournament, so it doesn't apply to me. So with all that said, I think a PvP, my paladin build that has some points into to boost his smite damage, plus having his smite maxed, should be more than enough to shit on pubs in pub PvP. So yes, so I think that'd be more than fine. This is honestly the same thing with my barbarian, actually, because my barbarian right now, he's got like 15 or so points invested into, or maybe it's like 12. I don't remember. But he's got a lot of points invested in the find item, which is just useless in PvP, obviously. But he can still, as far as as far as pub games go, he'll still should be decent enough. If I was to use him for PvP, even with all those points in the find item, which are useless, I still have him set up so that he should be usable in pub PvP. I like how you throw a few points into Holy Shield, and the increase in duration just fucking goes up so much. Or just having a handful of points into it, which is so convenient because obviously it's so annoying to constantly having to recast Holy Shield.
I can't carry anymore.
Just looking at his shit because he's gonna have those items until he uses his endgame stuff, which would be Reaper's Toll and all that fun jazz. Oh, and that was another thing I was figuring out, was that it makes more sense to not have him use Dorial Shell, because so you'd use the kind of combination you use as like budget gear for a merc is something like Tal's Helm and Dorial Shell, because they both offer all resistances. Dorial Shell cannot be frozen, and then Tal's Helm has Life Leech. But now if your weapon has enough Life Leech on him, which Reaper's Toll does, there's not really any point to having the Tal's Helm, because the Tal's Helm is for Life Leech and for... that's what he's using. Let's just see if it's better. More damage. So what's this? Is enhanced damage is 175, 166. It's worse. Way worse. The attack rating is even worse too. But anyway. So what I was saying was right, the Merc gear. So you don't really need the Tal's Helm because you have Life Leech from Reaper's Toll. So it's like, well, then you might as well use... Then it makes sense to use Kira's Guardian. Because as long as you can have Life Leech on your weapon, you might as well use Kira's Guardian and G-Angel. Because Kira's Guardian also cannot be frozen. So it's like, it's just... you're not really gaining anything from using... The Tal's Dorial set, the only thing you really gain from that is basically more Life Leech because of Tal's Helm. You gain more Life Leech, you gain like 10% more Life Leech at the expense of having your resistances, at the expense of 15% all resist. Because the Guardian Angel Kira's Guardian combo gives you 90% all resist, and I think that's just better for the Merc. So, in conclusion, we will be using that endgame. Will be Kira's Guardian, Reaper's Toll. Well, it was always going to be Reaper's Toll. Just the question was, should I use Dorial Shell or should I use G-Angel? And it's going to be G-Angel. Just makes sense. A build I always wanted to do back in D2 Legacy for PvP, I always wanted to make a paladin that used Guardian Angel And then it has to be, the important thing is it has to be a paladin. It'll be like some sort of smiter charger that uses G-Angel. And then like fucking probably T-Gods, Ravenfrost, Dwarfstar, some shit. Like some all-round paladin build who has fucking 90% all res. Has 90% all res and then like absorb on every element. Just have like this really bad manner paladin that just can't fucking take elemental damage because he has 90 resistance and all the absorb. I always wanted to do that, and of course it has to be on a paladin because you don't have teleport because you're not going to be using an enigma. And obviously, of course, you could get teleport from like a weapon or a amulet, but that's just inconvenient. So it had to be on a paladin because a paladin has charge, has the best mobility. Or I mean, I suppose you could do this build with a. Well, yeah, I suppose you could also try this build out with a sorceress too. Yeah, I mean, sure, or a Boazon for that matter. But anyway, my thought was just to do it on a paladin that had that used charge to like as his maneuver, as his mobility ability, his mobility skill. You just charge around the Bloodmoor, and then once you smack someone with charge, then you switch over to start and you smite the shit out of them. And the hope was that with the insane resistance and absorb, that you would just like if a Sorc was spamming fireballs or a assassin was spamming traps, that you would just be able to absorb all the damage. Now, granted, of course, keep in mind that when I theorized doing this was also at a time when not every person and their grandmother was running around with an inventory full of 9 Skiller Charms and a torch and an Annihilus. This was before everyone had all that crap. So the damage on everything was a lot smaller. Because like shit, I remember PvPing on a Necromancer, on my Bone Mancer, and I would have a Wizard Spike as his weapon, and then like a T-God's belt. And I remember I would sometimes duel assassins, Lightning Trap assassins, and I'd be standing in the center of their 5 traps, and they'd be hitting me with Mind Blast over and over again. I'd be getting shifted all around like, and all the traps around me are just blasting the shit out of me with lightning, and I'm barely taking any damage because they didn't have an inventory full of Skiller Charms, and they probably weren't even using like a hotel or whatever. It's because not everyone had the absolute best in slot gear back in the day, and like, shit, what, 2004, 2003, 2004. Not everyone had best in slot. Like all their PvP characters weren't completely decked out, or at least in pub PvP, they weren't completely decked out with the best gear. And so I remember just like getting knocked around the Bloodmoor by Mind Blast, and the assassin traps just like fucking doing nothing to my Necromancer because he had capped resistance and absorb, and it's just funny. Anyway, I was not commentating at all on what was going on. So if we do a recap of what just happened, I found almost immediately the 3 barbarian prisons, and I ran into the waypoint without even having to explore. That was awesome. And so now we are in the Crystalline Passage looking for the waypoint, and also looking for the Frozen Tundra. Or not the Frozen Tundra, that would have been a really cool ring if it was dual leech. Yeah, if that 1 to 5 damage was like 4% mana leech, that'd be a hell of a fucking banger ring. Alright, well, anyway, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, okay, so now we're just looking for... Alright, there's the Frozen River. Put a TP there. Now I need the Crystalline Passage waypoint. And yes, and that was the glacial trail right down there. I need that waypoint too. Man, I'm really excited to get to level 61 though, so I really want to see how much ass this scepter tears. And I also am excited about getting to 65 so I can put on High Lords, because once I take this off, I'm losing 35% Deadly Strike, but High Lords basically adds 35 Deadly Strike, so you gain it back. Yeah, and I think the combination of... So, Fanaticism, I'm going to have 20% IAS from High Lords, 20% from Laying of Hands, and then like 30-ish% from Fanaticism, plus the 20% IAS that the Scepter has on it, and then the fact that I believe a Mighty Scepter probably already has an innate like -10 for its attack animation, so I can't imagine it not being in the last breakpoint. It's possible, but I think that's really unlikely. I might be wrong. Like, it might have been better to put a shale if you're not in the last breakpoint, which I didn't calculate this at all, because it might have made more sense to put a shale rune. Put a shale and a it might have made more sense to put a shale and a yeah, it might have made more sense to put a shale and a eth rune in it, because if you're not hitting the last breakpoint, you'd want to put a shale rune in it. And if I don't hit the last breakpoint, then I could always just unsocket it. It's not like any of the runes that require what I'm doing is expensive at all. What the hell has where's the waypoint? There is a waypoint for Crystalline Passage, isn't there? I didn't get it, did I? Did I just completely not pay attention to what I was doing and I actually got the waypoint? I did. Holy shit. Where was it? Was it the beginning of the level? Did I get it like immediately? I did. Oh my god. Wow, my mindless ramblings. I completely didn't even realize I got the waypoint already. Okay. Well, I fucked up because I ruined my positioning on where the frozen river was. That's okay. Now let's cash in all these quests.
Good afternoon.
Oh, I couldn't see him.
A pallet, thank you.
I want your garbage ort. Okay. So that down there is... That's where I came in from. So this is the glacial trail here. Yeah, okay, and then the frozen river's up this way. And get that succulent 10 resistance. You know, they really did a good job with that enemy. They really should have more enemies that were like the fucking Burning Soul character. In that it's, drains mana, shoots with a ranged attack, powerful ranged attack, drains mana, and goes invisible, so it's hard to track. They really should have a lot more enemies that are challenging like that. Yeah, like, see, I don't know. I don't know where some stats are coming from. Oh, there's 15 to strength. That's almost something. Oh, like here we go, like this. Yes. So I'm not gonna have 10 strength there. So I'm gonna have to put some points into strength. And this is why I don't want to necessarily use attribute points right now, because I'm not sure how much strength I'm gonna need. But it should be not too much. I just want to take the time to say that this level is going to be a bitch and a half to do on hell. Which, I mean, I already expected. I guess it depends on what spawns here. So, was that snake nail attack? Oh, come now. Oh, yes. I was gonna see if I can beat her down here. Yep, I did. Okay. Because I was just making sure. I just wanted to see if they did the same things. I was saying in a past episode, I was saying how I like how you could beat Deckard Cain back, and it actually just shows him coming through the portal. Though it's just, I was just saying it was the same thing with Anya, and it is.
Thank you.
Wow, that's a lot of... Well, never mind. No, it's not.
Usually, the paladin gets the best reward for this quest because...
the paladin just innately has the best fucking class item because of all the fucking... Because if you could get the same shield with, you know, 30 all resistance or whatever on it, that's pretty nice. All things considered. Because, I mean, if you're just doing like a solo playthrough, single player self-found or whatever, you're generally not going to have something that's better than what Anya could potentially give you. Okay. So that's done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to get the... We're going to get the Glacial Trail waypoint first. And maybe we'll proceed further. Maybe we'll get the next waypoint after that too. Yeah, like maybe I like that idea. We'll get the... I can't remember the level name. But we'll get the Glacial Trail waypoint, then we'll get the waypoint after that. Then we'll go do Neolithak. Frozen Tundra, because it's not like the Frozen Tundra has an actual map. It's just literally walking to the northwest, walking northwest or northeast, depending on this map spawn. Well, we're gonna have to find a fucking scroll town. No, that's not true. Because we might find the waypoint before we find a scroll town portal. Drifter Cavern. Oh man, did you hear that block? I sure did. what cool thing could we get out of here? I mean, probably like, I'm just trying to think what would be the best thing that could probably drop, like an ist maybe? I don't even know if that could drop here. No, if that can drop a nightmare. Maybe an Umrune would be cool. That was really literally 2 items? That was 2 items that dropped out of that? There's the Glacial Trail waypoint. Now we're off to the frozen tundra. No. Is there another level before that? Before the frozen tundra? Do I gotta go through another ice cave before the frozen tundra? Nope. Alright, now I just find the waypoint here. So we'll swing back around. Dude, I'm getting some serious fucking lag. Holy shit. Like, I can feel a little bit of lag on... I can feel some lag in the actual game. So you just know that the... Ah, damn it. Ah, if I try to remember that gem shrine's there. I don't have any town portals. But my recording looks horrible. Yeah, I have no idea. I really have no idea why it does this. I'm guessing my graphics card isn't good enough to do this. I guess that's the reason. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if my graphics card isn't powerful enough. My processor isn't. I have no idea. That's the only solution. I mean, that's the only problem I could see. I think I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. My graphics card's like 5 years old, sure, but it's not like D2R is like that heavy of a game, right? It's not like I'm playing. Yeah, it's not like I'm recording The Witcher 3 or some shit. But I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know. Whatever it is that this level is destroying my frames. That's the gem shrine, right? Yeah, okay. Keep that in mind. Keep that location in the back of your brain. So I find a... wonder how many scrolls of Town Portal I passed because I keep on forgetting that I'm looking for them. I saw another scroll of identity. Boy, they're really making me work for this waypoint, aren't they? Guess I should turn that off, huh? I mean, I only got 15 minutes left, but whatever. Well, we reached the end of the level. I ain't see no waypoint. Ah, there it is, at the end of the fucking level. I actually want to go back there because I think there was a champion. Was a champion, lol. Alright guys, did you remember about the gem shrine? Because I almost forgot. Oh well, I could have went back and upgraded it. Alright, so we'll upgrade the amethyst. Because that's what that's what the ladies like. Okay. Off to go kill a Nelly. Old Nelly.
By the light, what is this place?
Holy fuck, what the shit? Damn, they do a lot of damage. That's why I came out there to kill them, because I just wanted to see how much of a hassle they were going to be. Maybe it was Pindleskin that was really doing the damage. Alright, we have a solid 10 minutes right now to try and get this waypoint and kill Nelithok. Are we gonna do it? Completely dependent on the map spawn. You know what I would really like? I would really like to be able to hit level 61 before Hell. Just so I can have that as soon as we start Hell, we have that new weapon on. But I don't know if that's going to be in the cards. So I'm level, what, 56 right now? We get A level from the Ancients. I imagine we're probably going to, we're probably going to gain a level from killing Neothok.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, I imagine we're going to gain a level from killing all the shit in these levels, and then Neothok, I think we're going to gain a level from that, because we're already halfway. So that'll bring us to level 57, right? Oh, Jesus. Level 54, oh god. So that's going to bring us to level 55. From... Nah, I'm going to guess... maybe we're probably gonna end Nightmare at level yeah, my guess is gonna be we're gonna end Nightmare at level 58 or something. So yeah, the perfect level to use to start using the lightsaber. Well, those Halls of Anguish has been fucking god-awful. Basically exploring the whole damn fucking zone here. Jesus. Jesus. It's a big fucking area, dude. There we are, finally. Alright. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Thought we had, Burning Souls. Oh, another Jewel of Fervor. Those things are a dime a dozen. Man, I had some really shitty fucking luck with the Neolithok Temple levels. 'Cause I haven't found the fucking waypoint or the next level. Alright, well there's the Halls of Opt. I just gotta find the waypoint. Should be over here. It's like explored everywhere else, I think. There it is, yep. As expected. Oh man, we have 20 seconds. Fuck. 10 seconds. 10 seconds to kill Neolithok. We lost, guys. We didn't make it. We would have made it if the fucking maps were a little bit better. I know there's a way to figure out, but you can by look at like you look at the details on the walls and shit. There's a way to figure out which way Neolithok is, but I'm not sure what the technique is for it. I don't really care enough to learn, just because it's not like it's, you know, saves that much time. Now, obviously, if you're doing torch farming, sure, you're gonna want to learn that, but and we'll keep that Hell Rune. Just in case I need to put a shale in this weapon, or my weapon. I'm probably going to do that as soon as I'm done recording. I'll probably go do that calculation to see if I need to put a shale in the that scepter. Oh man, my merc's getting shot to pieces. Alright. He looked like knew he was up shit creek when his
What led you to this end?
he knew he was up shit creek when he realized that his corpse explosions were doing any damage.
Good afternoon.
Well, we were almost under an hour.
You have stopped new.
Oh, right, I get to personalize an item? Oh my god. Fucking awesome. Alright, well. We accomplished our goals. Now next time we're gonna be doing the Ancients and then the Worldstone Keep. So that looks to be then for what level 50? What 6 and 55? Level 55. So let's just say from when I enter the Ancients Way until I get to the Ancients, let's say I gain half experience bar, gain a level, so that'd be 57. Or sorry, 56. Kill Ancients, that's 57. And then I would say from doing Worldstone Keep to Bale, maybe if we're lucky, that'd be 2 levels. And that'd be level 59. So we're probably gonna be more closer to 58. Alright, well anyway. That's that. There is one thing I want to show you guys though. Let me just make sure I got everything accounted for. Alright, I'll put that there, put that there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, we're all good. I mean, I'll pull this off because I don't. Oh, yeah, hold on. So if I put another Ravenfrost on. If I put another Ravenfrost on, that's another, say, 20 dexterity, so that's going to be 108. Nah, it's still way off. Wait, hold on, what did I just say? 108? No, it'd be 100 it'd be 118, not 108. Yeah, it'd be 118, which it's still I'm still way off from having the dexterity for a phase blade. So yes, we'll just pull that off too. I mean, in all honesty, we might as well just we can keep it one of them. Yeah. All right, I'll move those over there. Okay. All right. And that's my merc shit. And what level is this shit? 77, 75. 66. Yeah, alright, we'll leave that shit there. Okay. Okay, now what I wanted to show you was something I found in Travancore. Yesterday, in fact. And then usually when I play Travancore, I be my gold find barbarian and I'll play about an hour's worth because that's how long it takes me to get to the gold cap. And then I get to the gold cap, and then I usually sell the 10 million gold for forum gold on D2JSP. So on the last run of yesterday, for when I hit my gold cap, a special little treat dropped. Ooh, a jaw rune dropped on the last run that I was planning on doing of yesterday. And I was pretty excited about that, being as I haven't found a well, this is definitely the highest rune I found. Well, this is the highest rune. No, you can find a Cham. This is the highest rune I found in Travancore, and it's the most expensive item I found in Travancore as well. I had found 2 SOJs in Travancore, and I have found Ohm runes, and I found a low rune too. So I mean, I've found a pretty decent amount of wealth in Travancore, but that's easily the most worthwhile piece I've found so far. So I just want to show you guys that. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Keep it real.